sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
We got this.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to go deep for Conley. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
The Texans' new punter for 2021, Cameron Johnston, on to punt. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and goal at the 1. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Instant score, Seahawks 7, Texans 0. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Watson just beating the play clock. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A huge play there for Houston. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run it with Johnson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Watson off play action. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 10. Watson to give. This is Johnson. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, 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 hey. 54 is Mike.
Johnson running right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Right there, 54, right there.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And, oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So first and 10 now from the 30. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ain't no such thing as a low 54. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Funches with a catch over the middle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the end. 54.
On the ground with a tight end, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Carson And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Carson again.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They run the counter. Carson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Right there, 54.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, screen play, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this one is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check pass. Check pass.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Caught left side by Funchess. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Malik Collins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Houston, any slim hopes they have